about as simple a composition as you can get. Sometimes the rule of thirds needs to be broken. The sky over the town over there is really lighting up beautifully. Hi everyone, thanks for joining me again. Today I had planned on heading out somewhere this afternoon, maybe out into the mountains or maybe along the coastline, but sometimes other things get in the way, and I've ended up just popping out really quickly just close to home. At the moment I'm up around by the marina seeing if I can find a shot, so I'm going to have a bit of an explore around here. At the moment we've got quite a lot of cloud up to the northeast. Not much cloud to the south, and quite a lot of cloud over the southwest, and that will probably mean that the sun will get blocked before sunset, which is a shame, but we might stand a chance of getting something interesting. Let's see what we can find. Okay, so the light hasn't happened, and I don't think it's going to, at least not facing this way. But I've decided I'm going to grab a shot here before I try and find something else. So I've set up looking basically down the marina with the tower in the background and the dark clouds above. I'm using this row of boats here to create a foreground interest and a lead-in line into the scene. Dark dramatic skies. It might work. I'm going to grab this before I move on. I've got 16 to 35 lens on at about 23mm, shooting at f11, 1/8 of a second, and ISO 64. 2-second timer. Okay, I'm going for a really simple composition. All I've got is the beach in the foreground with the waves coming up, going out to the horizon, and then the clouds out in the background. And the only other thing in the scene, on the left hand side, there is the outer marker for the marina. So it's about as simple a composition as you can get. I'm shooting with a 16 to 35 lens at 16mm, no filters at the moment, and I'm shooting with the cable release so that I can time my shots exactly, because what I really want to do is capture the waves as they're receding and creating lines on the beach. Okay, I'm also breaking the rule of thirds. I've got the horizon right the way across the middle of the frame. Okay. The reason I'm framing the image with the horizon right the way across the middle of the frame is it gives me 3 options in post. I can crop it 16:9 and shift the horizon up so that I favour the waves more and less of the sky. I can crop it 16:9 and bring the horizon down so that I favour the sky and less of the waves. Or, if I think that the patterns of the waves and the patterns of the clouds complement each other enough, I can leave it as a symmetrical composition, i.e. leave the horizon right the way across the middle, and it might work. Sometimes the rule of thirds needs to be broken. So at the moment I've got f11 and 1/6 of a second. and that's giving me quite a nice texture in the water. Okay, so I'm not sure that composition was working. I might have got one shot there that looked quite nice, but then later the rowers came across in the scene and it kind of ruined it a little bit. But the sky over the town over there is really lighting up beautifully. So I've recomposed a shot now. Let me talk you through that. I've still got the 16 to 35 lens on, still at 16mm, but now I'm on a vertical or portrait orientation. Okay, 2/3 sky, 1/3 below the horizon. So the horizon's on the bottom third line. And I've got the breaking waves on the beach coming in on the bottom left-hand corner and curving up. And then some buildings in the town in the distance. So I'm shooting f11, ISO 64, 1/6 of a second. It's actually 5 minutes before sunset, so I'm not sure that sky could get even better, so I'm going to hang around for a little while. I've got a good position here. I can probably get shots in 2 or 3 different directions without moving too far, so definitely worth hanging on for a bit. Okay, sometimes nature teases you. It gives you just a hint, just a few minutes or maybe even a few seconds of some really nice colour, and it just hints at the fact that maybe, just maybe, once that sun dips below the horizon, those clouds are going to bottom light and you're going to get something really spectacular. And then nothing happens. And that's exactly what's happened today. I did get maybe 30 seconds or a minute of some really nice colours over in the town behind me over here, or over in the sky over there, and I took one shot which I think might work quite nicely. Maybe. I hope. It looks good on the back of the camera. Now, because I shot wide angle and because I had the camera tilted up, the buildings over in the town are going to be a bit distorted. That's not a problem. I can fix that really easily in post. I'll do it in Lightroom. May have to do something in Photoshop. I'll see. If you're wondering about that, I did a video about how I do those kind of corrections, and I'll put a link to that up here now. And there'll also be a link in the description for this video. Anyway, I think that's about it for this evening. It's 20 minutes after sunset. There's no chance that sky is going to light up now, so I'm going to head for home and see what I've got. I'm not really sure if anything other than the final shot worked, but I'll probably share all 3 shots with you. So one at the marina, one the really simple, in quote, simple shot with just the waves on the beach and the sky in the background, and hopefully the one that worked the best, which will be the shot along the beach with the sunset colours over the top of the town. Okay, so that's it. Time for me to shut up and go home. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have and you haven't already, please consider subscribing to my channel. That would be really appreciated. Likes and shares are also very much appreciated, and I'd love to hear from you, your thoughts on this video or photography in general, or questions or things you'd like me to cover. Comments down below. I always respond, and I try to do so as quickly as possible. And that's it. Until the next video, I appreciate you taking the time to watch. Thank you very much, and bye.